What's going on, everyone? I'm Encore. This is Tomorrow Never Comes. And in today's video, I wanted to actually show you what I mean by dollar cost averaging. All I ever do is talk about the importance, at least for me and my sanity, is to just dollar cost average into protocols, projects, or any asset really, that you understand the fundamentals, what you're investing in, and you believe in the long-term value for that asset. So that's what that's my main message across investing now, is always just a dollar cost average. Don't worry about price action. So I actually wanted to show it. All right. This is by no means the way that I would go about doing it now. But at least I can show from where I started and, kind of what I was doing. I would lay it out much more in a structured way now. At this point in time of what I'm going to show you, it was more just, I just want to buy when I can, right? For however much I can. So it's just one of those things. And to be honest with you, the one thing that I am terrible at is keeping cash or stable coins stocked up. Right. So keeping that balance always ready, that dry powder, as they like to call it, because once mine goes into the account, I'm more often than not wanting to kind of buy, in this case, Bitcoin or ETH right away. So it's one of those things, or at least dollar cost average more frequently than I should. There should be a bigger gap. But it's just something that I do and I'm trying to work on. But I wanted to show this to you guys. All right. So this is a site called Netcoins. So being in Canada, this is something that it's a Canadian platform. So I was able to kind of register on this. Now, this shows you here June 2nd of 2021. I actually got in on May of 2020 is when I first entered the market. But those platforms, I think it was Bittrex, the account, they're asking for all kinds of things just to log in. And I have nothing on the account for quite some time. Everything's been moved off. So that's kind of where I started, was Bittrex, maybe a little bit of Coinbase. Those were the two platforms I used, and also another Canadian platform called CoinSquare. So I didn't like any of those platforms, or at least CoinSquare I didn't like, and Bittrex was horrendous. It was like, it was like one of the pioneer platforms. And it's probably evolved now, but at that time, just the user experience and the user interface was not great, but it got the job done. I actually got into Bitcoin probably around about 9,000, maybe 9.5. That's kind of where I got in. But I bought all the way across the board, right? I've even bought a small portion, from what I remember, around 61,000. So I dollar cost average up, sideways, down. It does not matter for me. Okay, but I wanted to show just in this account Bitcoin, and then we'll even do a little bit of ETH as well. All right, so here I'm filtering it out just by Bitcoin transactions, and you guys can see here June 2nd, 2021. I bought some, and look, so these are the pages. All right, so from June 2nd, 2021 all the way till now, there are 15 pages of transactions. Well, maybe 14 in a little bit, right? And every page here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 transactions, 10 to 12 transactions on here. That's 15 pages. Okay, so there's quite a few transactions over the last, it's actually been a year. So would you look at that? What's the 1 year anniversary on this particular platform in this account? So look, we don't have to go over the amounts or anything. I just wanted to show you exactly how often, and this is actually too often. Okay, so June 4th, a couple of times, June 5th, 7th, 8th, okay? I'm not going to go through every page, but you guys can see here, we're still in June 20th, okay? And June 20th of 21. And then if we just continue, like now we're in October here, November, all right, all the way through. These are just Bitcoin transactions, okay? Then we're still in November, we're December of 2021, and it just continues. It just continues onwards, all right? And actually, believe it or not, this year on this particular platform, I did not purchase as much. We're still in January there. January, February, and then February, March was one transaction. April was one transaction. May was a bunch, and June there was just a little bit. So this is just Bitcoin. Okay. And like I said, there literally are 10, 11, maybe 12 transactions on each page. Okay. And bits and pieces. Like this one's $550. This one's $1,000, $500. Okay. So I practice what I preach. That's the main point here. I don't care about the amounts. I don't care about any of that. The fact of the matter is that I am buying frequently, probably too frequently. All right. So if we go over here now and we're gonna change this filter here to ETH, and let's get rid of this. So let's see here, and you can see here there's only 3 pages. Okay. Starting from end of December of 2021. Okay. But quite a few transactions again going through here. Okay. Quite a few transactions again. Now ETH, I buy a little bit more. ETH, no, I don't buy a little bit more. It's just because ETH is worth less in terms of its total value in comparison to Bitcoin. So it's sitting at 3,000 US versus 30,000. The amounts are relatively the same that I'm dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. It's just adding up to more of that particular asset. So I can get one whole ETH a lot faster, obviously, than I can get one Bitcoin. All right. So anytime it says withdrew, that just goes into either a MetaMask or mainly now public storage, like a ledger. That's where it's going to go. Okay. So it's not like I'm withdrawing it and doing something with it. I'm just storing it. The ETH, actually, if I'm buying NFTs or anything like that, this is where it'll play out. And this doesn't even tell the whole story. Like, I didn't realize how little ETH was being bought in this particular account. Okay, so I have other accounts of which I'm always dollar cost averaging, but really now where my focus lies is on Bitcoin. And why is that? I mean, there's an unlimited supply of ETH, and there's only 21 million of Bitcoin. So that scarcity, and also obviously the value that comes from the network, it's never been hacked. It's never been halted. So if you guys have heard anything about Solana, it's frequently halted. So that's not really decentralized. If all the transactions can be halted, if all activity can be halted, that's not decentralized. So Bitcoin hasn't been hacked, hasn't been halted. It's gone through all kinds of scenarios and conflicts around the world, and it just continues to do what it does. So I am a huge proponent. I am not a Bitcoin maxi, meaning a maximalist, but I'm heavily favored towards Bitcoin. Let's put it that way. All right. So this was just my video. Again, I just wanted to show that I do not tell you to dollar cost average and not do it myself. These are my 2 mainstays, is Bitcoin and ETH. And I showed you Bitcoin was 15 pages of transactions in the last year, literally a year. And here ETH, we've got 3 pages of transactions. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And this is one account, and it continues in other accounts as well. All right. So look, it's a short video, but it's something I want you guys to understand, and I want you to implement. If you are going to invest, and do it better than me, don't do where it's 1 day apart or multiple transactions in 1 day. I mean, I would never do that now. That's ridiculous. Have a set amount that maybe you want to buy weekly, monthly, whatever it is, and then if you can put it on automatic, which a lot of these platforms now do have, you don't even have to worry about it. It just happens automatically for you for whatever amount you like, and you get a better chance of getting better prices when you have it spread out further. Here, what I was doing was just me and no patience, right? But it's over a year span now, so I'm continuing to do it. All right, that's the main message that I wanted to send to you guys today. Is just dollar cost average. You can't go wrong. Over the long haul, you will win when you dollar cost average versus trying to time a bottom, trying to get out of a top. It's very difficult to do. Just dollar cost average, know what you're investing in, and be in it for the long haul. That's what keeps me sane, lets me sleep at night, and I hope it does the same for you. All right, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you found value in this content, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, all that good stuff. All right. Always going through that always bothers me, but hey, I'm doing it. And look, tomorrow never comes. Take action, invest in yourself today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.